going great. It feels like it's been a long time since been out, but I think the bigger deal is that we're really excited yesterday to get back on the grass. You go a week or so, a little over a week of not practicing, and then you get a chance to see the guys that practice again working. We had a great day, so we're looking forward to this. And then just kind of recapping the last week, we did what we had to do, of course, to get the dub. It's not the way we want to end offensively. You guys know that we always want to have the chance to close it out right there at the end, and we had our opportunities, and fortunately, we came out on top there.
Tested y'all as a coaching staff, back-to-back games. Just having to get a team prepared for these standards. How have you guys handled that test?
I think this is what we do, man. Dan has not only prepared the team or the players for this type of situation, but we've been prepared. We work differently in the offseason than a lot of people. We also work different in the training, in training camp than a lot of people. We really try to grind it out so that when we get to these points in time, we were completely prepared for a Sunday, Thursday, if you will. Now, the Sunday to Thursday, that's one of those ones where a lot of people stayed here quite a bit as part of it. But I think the detail and the communication between coaches, once we've been together now here 2 years, we can look at each other and know exactly what we're meaning, or something can be said and all of us got it at one time. We know exactly the detail that needs to be had. So it does help us going into walkthrough type situations, what we're looking for. But the hardest part was Sunday to Thursday. Now we're kind of back in the normal schedule. We're back in the, seeing our guys practice, seeing our guys move, so the tweaks can happen a little bit quicker.
This year, you guys have struggled in the red zone a little bit. You went to the Tampa Bay last week, 2 of 5, probably not up to you guys' standard. Is there a common theme when you guys have struggled there in the red zone that you guys can point to? Obviously, that's going to be important Thursday night to take advantage of your points down there.
Yeah, no problem. That's a good question. One of the things that we try to make sure we're very detailed about are, just the execution points. It's been, several opportunities we've had to execute where we've just been one guy off or this guy off. So now what we have to do, and all of our guys know this, each person has to carry their load, not more just their load, and execute their part of it. And it really hasn't been anything outside of the details of maybe a penalty, a turnover, not doing things that, kind of the right way as far as the scheme is concerned. And we'll just continue to press our scheme as we always do. But as we move forward, we know each person, each coach, we know that down there, not only down there, but everywhere is critical. But down there, the margin of error is so much smaller, right? They have such a limited amount of space to defend. We have to be on our details, whether that's being in our spots, correct run reads, or just not getting a penalty here and there that pushes us out of those situations.
Players all the time, those guys get paid too. When an opponent makes a play, I think I know the answer here, but is there ever an excusable fumble? Is there ever a moment where there's just nothing a guy could have done to protect the ball, just the way they were hit, it was coming out regardless?
Yeah, not no, but hell no. All right, hell no. Okay, so there's always, we're looking at it from a lot of different ways. We get paid too, right? So that's the way I look at it. I don't look at it like they get paid, we get paid. Right, so our job is to make sure we maintain possession of the football. Do they make great plays? Yeah, but good offense, in my opinion, is always better than good defense.
Playing on that, good offense is better than a good defense. With all of the injuries that we've seen on defense,
Yo, the lies told that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, candles open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like lots of sin was popping in like oxygen when boxes wet. Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose what I get to, never lose smooth on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we running it, maybe. We just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision that pay me, it's never this way. We indigenous, maybe we winning this crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. It's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. It's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. It's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity.
Yeah. Welcome one, welcome all, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Lion Villain Report, and I am your host, Russell Wayne, and I will be with you for the next hour here talking some Lions football. It is the Hump Day preview. What we're going to do is we're going to get into the preview of this game for tomorrow night. We're going to dive in a little bit deeper. We're going to talk about how we got a couple of the Packers running their mouths again. Talkie Packer fans. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about a little bit about Aiden Hutchinson walking around and stuff. Yeah. On this Hump Day preview. We're broadcasting live right now in the Lions Villain Squad Facebook page, where we are approaching 60,000 villains. Why have billions when we can have thousands? Yes, we are the undrafted free agent of sports podcasting. Yeah, the Tom Kennedy. Yes. So thank you for supporting us. And all you have to do to support us is to hit that like button. If you like football content, or more importantly, the Detroit Lions, and you're on this journey with us, hit that like button. We're the UDFA of sports podcasting. Thank you to Joe Chapp on his Twitter. Thank you to the Detroit Lions News Podcast Facebook page. Thank you to the JC Sports Network on YouTube. Thank you to our own YouTube right there. You can hit us up, subscribe to our YouTube at Lions Villain Squad. So good morning and welcome one, welcome all. This show is brought to you by NFL Shop. You can use the link in the comments right now on the one that goes into the Facebook page anyway. If it's on YouTube, they make you copy and paste. I don't know what YouTube's doing right there. But yes, thank you to our affiliate marketing partners at NFL Shop. Use the link to save up to 30% off of your order. There you go. And this is the Hump Day preview. And it's faith, family, and then football. We use football to spend time with our family and create memories. We don't let football use us. And welcome one, welcome all. Let's go into the comments right here and see who's in here. Good morning, Kyle. Lions fan and villains. This is going to be a tough game against the angry Packers team. But I think that we can still edge out a victory despite that massive bite from the injury bug. Thank you, Kyle, for the comment. Henry Gray's in the house. Dwayne Keene's in the house. Let's go, Lions. One pride. Kings of the NFC North Division. Champion title. All grit. Never back down. 11-1. Let's make it 12-1. All right. Let's see. What Gibbs did, I think, was fluke plays, trying it to set Packers off guard. And what Johnson said, we may know what they know. Yeah. You know what? It doesn't matter that with our type of style. We got, 4 or 5 guys running out on routes on these plays. I mean, you can know where they are. Can you guard those guys? You don't. Yeah, I mean, just because you might know the terminology doesn't mean that you know what routes people are going to run. It doesn't make you stronger than Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell can just move you out of the way. Oh man! So right there's our YouTube page right there. Head on over there, subscribe to that thing. We're trying to get that thing moving too, and we appreciate it. We're just a little mom and pop store. Yeah. Davey's in the house. Tyler's in the house. Cheryl's in the house. Good morning. Jay Smooth up in the house. Yeah, we're coming to get it. Paul Jones up in the house. Chad's up in the house. We're moving on the way. We're moving on up. There you go. John's up in the house. Jeremy B's up in the house. Elise Memes is up in the house. Happy game day eve. I like that. I do like that. Joe, what's going on? I love it. Even J Mommy's up in the house. Yes. Maybe the Lions can get under the skin of Quay again and watch him walk down the tunnel again, crying. What if we were trolling by posting the Packer plays? Yeah, I don't know. They don't seem too concerned about that. Jane says, go Lions. Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about that? I mean, these Packer guys, they love talking that smack. I mean, I want to play the interview, but, Xavier McKinney says the other day, says, in my opinion, I think they try to embarrass people. And I think this organization and the players that we have here, we don't take that lightly. We know they're going to come in here, what they're going to come in here and try and do. It's like, don't try and embarrass people. We just play football. If you ain't ready, then you're going to get beat down. And I don't know. And then he he doesn't respect the Lions. He doesn't respect the Lions. He doesn't know who Amon-Ra St. Brown. They're not worried about him. You ain't worried about Amon-Ra St. Brown. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you just stupid? Is Xavier McKinney just stupid? You're going to go out there and you're going to call out one of the best wide receivers in the National Football League, and you ain't worried about him. Well, I certainly hope that you're not worried about him. I hope that you let him run wide open all freaking day long because you ain't worried about him. And it's like the Lions have won 5 of 6 against you guys. Good. Let the butthurt flow through you. Packer fans, let it flow through you. Stop throwing history at me. It doesn't matter. The history doesn't matter. Dan Campbell has won 5 of 6 against you guys. You are in danger of getting swept. Only one team going into tomorrow's game is in danger of being swept and in danger of losing 6 of 7 to a superior coach. And you know what? It doesn't even matter that we're wounded. We're still going to kick your ass. We were wounded in the last game and still kicked your ass. And the best you can do is you can throw garbage time stats at me because you outgained us. you outgained us in yards. We didn't have to gain yards. We were up by 2 scores the whole game. So, and we gave you a tap out move. We're not worried about Amon-Ra St. Brown. Good. Don't be worried about him. Be stupid. Don't even guard him. Just let him run all over the place. And then Tucker Kraft out here trying to get a defamation of character. You're trying to get a defamation of character charge. You can't go out there saying that shit about people. You ain't there out there being dirty. Did he get fined on any of those hits? They call penalties on any of those hits? Don't get mad at Kirby, Tucker Kraft. Oh, now you're going to target our best player because you got a stick up your ass? He wasn't penalized on those hits. You know what you need to do, Tucker Kraft? You need to write a letter to the league and say, man, it's really messed up the way that you protect the quarterbacks and you don't protect everybody else. Because they've already got everything, all the hits taken out. I mean, where's it left to hit? You can hit him between the belly button and the boob. And if you hit him anywhere else, then it's a penalty. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing? So they want to run their mouth. That's fine. We recognize that it's a good game. Dan Campbell will have them ready. We ain't hiding behind the injury excuse. If they beat us, they beat us. If they beat us, I'll be on here Friday talking about it. And you know what? I'll be a lot more respectful to you guys than you are to us. With your superiority complex. You think you have some like God-given right to go out here and like stomp on Lion Joy. You don't like that you're losing? Do something about it. And if you can win, we're out there ready to do war. Good. Let the butt hurt flow through you. Yes. We don't care. You know why? You know why we don't care? Because we're enjoying the moment. What are we supposed to be like? Oh, we shouldn't be happy because the Packers were good in the 60s. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? We understand what's going on. We understand that it could all go away. We got 5 weeks of war games. I know that. I don't even play on the team. I mean, we got a brutal schedule. But you know what? If the Lions want to win the Super Bowl, these are the teams you got to beat. I mean, I can't help they put us, all us badass teams in the same division. I'm sorry. It's the best division in football. What are you going to do about it? I can't help it. You know, Jay Smooth, he's out there confident with his team, with the Packers. You know, I want to win all the games. I want to win every single game, but I doubt that the Lions are going to go 16-1. I mean, look at that schedule. The Bills are really good. The San Francisco 49ers are pissed off. The more and more they look like like one of those animals that you shouldn't corner, the scarier that game gets. Going out the Candlestick Park. joking. But that's looking like the game. You know, Green Bay's going to come in here. You think they're happy? You think Green Bay's happy? Oh, yeah, that's okay. We love the Lions story. No, they're pissed off. They're so pissed off they got guys crying in the media, saying ignorant, stupid, moronic stuff. Trying to put tough guy talk out there, but be politically correct and doing a horrible job at it. I'm sorry, you don't have a career in sports media because you can't hide it. You want to talk shit, you try to be politically correct, and you sound stupid. We ain't worried about Amon-Ra St. Brown. Dumbass. Really? You ain't worried about Amon-Ra? It's like all these records that Justin Jefferson has right now. Amon-Ra St. Brown is right behind him, breaking all of Justin Jefferson's records. He's just a couple years behind him. And I'm not saying he's better than Justin Jefferson, but I'm just saying that he's in that category. There's like 3 or 4 wide receivers in the league that are very special, like Amon-Ra is. And when I say that, by the way, it isn't just receiving that I'm saying that about. So what a moronic thing to say from our rival. And I get to make fun of it. Yeah. This is what you sound like. Yeah, that's what you sound like. And honestly, we read all the way through it, and really, it comes back down to this. It's butthurt. You're butthurt. Good. Let the butthurt flow through you. Yes. So let's look at this. Let's look at this thing. Let's look at this. Got the PFF stuff up here just to kind of give us a little gauge going right here. Starting with the quarterbacks. Got y'all isolated right here. According in the passing department. And actually this, to me, is I'm not going to give anybody a leg up in this race. Quarterback versus quarterback, even down to the freaking backups. Look at that. Just good play. Got good quarterbacks. Both teams have 2 good quarterbacks. I mean, I like having a developmental quarterback that was drafted. I like the Hendon Hooker idea. It's like, it's not the idea that everybody thought that it was going to be when it came with Hendon Hooker. Everybody's like, oh, it's going to be Goff's replacement. No, it was slated to be Goff's backup. And his contract runs right along with Goff's contract. That's cool. I mean, there you go. And they got Malik Willis. And Malik Willis won games in the NFL. Look good. And when you look at this, when you're talking about in the dropbacks, let's do the minimum dropbacks, and then those 2 will disappear. But Malik Willis came in and won games for the Green Bay Packers. They're 9-3. They're a 9-3 team that lost their quarterback and still are 9-3. Now the Lions have lost. I mean, they lost maybe the best defensive player in the league, and have found a way to win games. They're sitting there 11-1. Here's 2 teams, to me, that just didn't make any excuses. I don't give a shit. Next man up. I don't care. Go get the popcorn guy. We're going to show him the defense. You're going to rush the passer. It doesn't matter. This is a marathon, not a sprint. You got to finish the race. You got to get yourself, first of all, you got to get yourself a locked spot into the tournament. And the number one priority and the easiest way to do that is to win your division. This is a division game. This may be one of the most important games in any division. The teeter-tottering of this. This is so huge. And we understand that. So there's the quarterbacks. I mean, according to PFF, Jared Goff is a little bit better. But really, you got two good quarterbacks. They just got their bags. They're running good teams. So advantage nobody. So let's get into receiving. In the receiving area, I guess if we're going to count them all as receiving options, because I remember having this discussion, receivers, when it came to in regards to receivers at the beginning of the season. And it came down, who's going to be the number 3 wide receiver? And it was like this big deal. And I'm just like, listen, we got pass catchers as is evidence right there. David Montgomery has went out there. He's got 27 receptions on the year. And PFF has him as the best graded wide receiver. Amon-Ra is number 2. Josh Jacobs is number 3. I mean, they're getting the ball to Josh Jacobs out of the backfield. So you got 2 receiving backs. That's awesome. Jamison Williams, Sam Laporta. I mean, God, all these guys are good. Got some good receiving options here. On both sides. Let's just go. I mean, if you just go, let's make it a little bit easier. Let's just go into the wide receivers. But let's really look at that though. 89.1, 74.0, 73.1. 71.4. I mean, all of those guys are really good. Dontavian Wicks in receiving is 57.6. And I'm not even going to make fun of that all that much. Now, as far as drops go, the Lions just catch the ball better. Jamison Williams, we know him as one of our dropsies guys, but still he's better than, all of the Green Bay wide receivers. Christian Watson's played a few less games too. But look at all those targets. Gosh, Amon-Ra catching 83% of his targets. So I don't know. They would drop the ball more. Lions do a little bit more blocking. They got pass blocking. How many pass blocks we got? Run blocking in there? No. But I don't know. I think it's kind of a wash. When you really look at it. You can look at it all different metrics where guys are popping in and out. I think that maybe from the wide receiver standpoint, I mean, you got one. I give advantage Lions. We got Amon-Ra St. Brown, the guy that they don't know about, that they should know about. How about the tight ends? That's pretty close for this year. for this year, but I mean, still, Sam Laporta was a Pro Bowl tight end last year, and he's right there again. You know, they haven't targeted him as much this year. Only 40 targets on the season. Right there. Pass catchers. Now, from a running back standpoint, it's like we got two great running backs, and they got one great running back. So, advantage Lions there. I think the Lions' offense is better. The offense and the offensive line is better too. Let's see. Pass blocking. And pass blocking, they're better than Penei Sewell. Look at that. I guess Zach Tom's better than Penei Sewell, everybody. But not blocking. Oh gosh. So when I'm going through, I mean, I think there's no question that the Lions are a better team on the offensive line. How about on that defense? Obviously, Aiden Hutchinson still he's still the best. I mean, PFF loves us as the Lions on here. Let's look at this on by the team here. Yeah, so you know, I mean, even strength of opponents, when you're looking at the Lions versus the Packers. I mean, the Lions have played a lot of good teams. You know, they did lose to the Buccaneers early. You know, and then they've been on this tear since. They beat the Arizona Cardinals. They got revenge on the Seattle Seahawks, who are now leading their division. You know, and both those teams are there. They got their revenge on the Dallas Cowboys when Dak was still playing. They got they beat the Minnesota Vikings. They smashed the Titans. And then they beat the Packers, beat the Texans, beat the Jaguars, beat the Colts, beat the Bears. And it's like they keep on answering these calls. And, you know, they're built for it. They're built for it. You know, Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery might be a duo 1,000-yard running back room. And that would be amazing. What would you think of that? Sonic and Knuckles, 1,000 apiece. And Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be the first. Sonic's going to go over 1,000 yards first. You know, he's faster. I guess that's, you know, you ask Knuckles to come in and do all the dirty work. Knuckles comes in and gets the 1-yard touchdowns. I wonder what David Montgomery's yards per carry. And Jeremy, maybe you could find this out. So it's a win and we're in. Love, we have control of our own destiny. Just win, baby. And the other 9 options don't matter. Right. Go Lions! Good morning, Jane and James. Rashid's in the house. Rock out, guys. Yeah. Larry Arnold, we still have an offense that kicked their arses, but our defense has been next man up and getting the job done. 11-1 for a reason. He has a broomstick. We have a broomstick out. That's an important thing that people need to understand. You know, I mean, even if the Lions lost the game, you know, it doesn't mean that the Packers, you know, win the series. It's a split. It's a split again. We expected a split, but we have an opportunity to not split. We can sweep. We can sweep. Really hoping we get to see a new sun god touchdown celebration by the power of Raw. Panay's playing quarterback. He's been in a Wildcat. I love to see it. We got to get Panay in there, taking snaps, meaningful snaps. Good morning. Hit that like button. Thank you, Roy. Thank you. I like it. You know, we got this football thing going on in the morning. And we try to do it in an entertaining kind of way. And the villain is going to break down this Lions versus Packers, the showdown on Thursday night. Oh, this is going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful. We got a couple new players. I don't even know how much they're really going to be getting in here. Is the game only on Prime? I have no idea. Hopefully Jamal Adams can be a difference maker. They have him at linebacker, baby. Linebacker. Man. We have a great division. I totally said this last year. All roads lead through the north. Laporta has played Wildcat quarterback position before, too. Tyler says, did you see that Josh Reynolds was released? Should the Lions add him for more depth? Why for yes and for no? Let's talk about this Josh Reynolds thing. I mean, Tim Patrick is better than Josh Reynolds. We got to agree with that. Isn't Josh Reynolds? I mean, we feel like Tim Patrick's better than Josh Reynolds, right? If we brought in Josh Reynolds, he would be going to the practice squad, right? Right? I don't know. I don't want Josh Reynolds back. I like our guys. Don't the Lions safeties lead the league in interceptions from the safety position? I do believe that is true. When you look at our safeties, Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch, that's lethal. They're going to have to lean on them. We were talking about that yesterday. J Mommy. How we're going to need to lean on. You can scheme around the elite players, in my opinion. You can agree with me or not agree with it, but Glenn can scheme around these players. How we feeling? Anybody feeling about that? We're all set. Don't think Josh will clear waivers to us anyway. We signed Maurice Alexander back to the practice squad, starting his 4-game call up the clock again. Josh Reynolds is hurt. I also wonder about his character issues. Ford Field's going to be rocking. I took care of that thing for you. I like it. I got my guy in there. I got my guy. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Jake. That like button. It's free, I mean, and it's like, it's a free way to help out. It helps our algorithm. J Mommy is correct. Patrick is better, but insurance never hurts. Reference our D line. Yeah. I got, yeah. If you want to pick him up, I mean, that's fine. We got Donovan Peoples. They're on the practice squad. Yeah, it's a medical waiver on Josh Reynolds. The game being on Prime, I'll have to go to the bar to watch it. Are Mosley, Aaron, and Davis playing? I believe he said that there's a real good chance that we're going to have Carlton Davis. Mosley's been full practicing all week, so I don't see why he wouldn't be on there. So I don't know about Aaron. Ron. Wow. All 4 guys that we just signed, including Jamal Adams, are expected to play? Damn. And they're going to play? Damn. I like the idea of Jamal Williams. I keep on saying Jamal. We had a Jamal. We had a Jamal. But his name is Jamal Williams. This is the Jamal Adams. He had a couple great years as safety, but then the coverage fell off. Right? Your guard number 1 guys trying to not let him get behind you. But I like the idea of linebacker for Jamal Adams because he's always been good in the box. He's definitely a bigger safety. I mean, I think I saw him in there listed at 218, So you're talking like a nickel linebacker or a dime linebacker. I mean, he can probably do that right now without having a lot of practice with this defense. Because our defense lines up, it's like we create havoc with the first 2 levels. We try to give our linebackers free looks, because of what we do on the defensive line. Now, to me, the biggest question would be, is DJ Reader going to play? Like DJ Reader and Aleem McNeil, as long as we got those 2 crash in the pocket, that's going to put Za'Darius in a good position to get one-on-one looks. So yeah, if DJ Reader's out, that's going to be tougher. We're going to have to find a different way in the interior because I know Levi's probably going to be out too. So it may be the Miles Adams and this other Jonah Williams. Is Martin playing? Oh, I'd love to see. That would be cool. I mean, for one, they have no tape on him. Brand new players that have a lot of talent always scare me. Oh man, I want to see Broderick Martin. That would be what timing that would be for him to actually get his chance. And Henry Gray says no. Hey, uh, Casey is selling some fake tickets. Casey's selling fake tickets. She's a scammer, and we're not going to allow scammers on here. We know the rules. We're not supposed to do that. And I hope that person has already been taken off of there. I'll go ahead and block them off of there. Block the user. See ya. Get in here. You know, they have places that you can go buy tickets that have you know, safety guards on there. You know, your StubHubs, and I don't care what you got to pay for them. But these scammers that come in here, like Casey Buckner, you know, they didn't ask my permission for that. They didn't come in and say, hey, you know, by the way, I might, you know, ask me about it. You know, that's the respectful thing to do. You mean, gotta walk up and grind my foot up on your couch. So don't do that. Let Casey Buckner be a warning to you. You come in here and try that bullshit. I'm selling 4 tickets. I got these tickets. Give me a private message. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Jonah Williams will be the one that replaces Pascal in the run game. In his 4 years, he does well to set the edge. I like that. You know, I like that. Because, oops, yeah, wrong. Oh, come on. There we go. I had the wrong one on for Kirk Cousins. Fred said, I've been seeing a lot of the hacked counts trying to sell tickets. Happened to my cousin. He didn't know his account was hacked until they just posted it on his page. So yeah, just let me know through a different thing. I don't know. I can try to unblock. Is Casey Buckner your cousin? Is that it does happen daily, but we have good guys like, I mean, our admins, and I know that I go to the Detroit our main event group that we have, which, yeah, I might as well throw a post in there for you. You can take this link. Let me get this. Where the hell did it go? All right. The groups. We got a good group. And, you know, Paul, Jeff Addison, myself, main event Mike, we're in these groups and making sure that we don't have these spam bots in there. We got about a little over 30,000 people in that group, and you can post your Detroit Lions heart away. You know, you can just put text posts out there, you know, throw links, you know, to your podcasts or whatever you got going on there. Well, we'll allow that stuff on there. I like being able to promote other people. But, you know, if you're going to try to sell something, you know, we're building these pages, you know, we're trying to make a living off of the internet, you know. So, you know, people that just jump in and try to spam people, you know, we don't let people solicit their stuff because we got sponsors. And when we have sponsors, we want to be able to give the sponsors exclusivity. So, your group and my Motor City Kneecap Biters are the 2 best Lions groups on Facebook. Yeah, I am one of the moderators on that Motor City Kneecap Biters. That's Jeremy's group. And Jeremy puts a lot of his contributions to the Detroit Lions on that group. So yeah, we keep the spammers out. I mean, that's just one of those things. We talked about that. I want to keep the main thing the main thing. And we just love being able to talk about football. And I'd love to be able to see these new guys. That actually makes me feel pretty good, Jeremy. Miles Adams, Jamal Adams, the Adams brothers, the Adams family. There you go. But we got the war games. The NFC North, they're all going through it. It ain't gonna be no cakewalk. I mean, to me, I'm not puffing my chest out there. I'd be like, at this point, when I look at the schedule with our injuries, I mean, I'm taking in mind that we got to make it through the freaking season. That you go 3-2 down the stretch, I would consider it a win. You know what I mean? 3-2, go 14-3. That is brutal right there. Now, you got the Packers, you got the Vikings, and you got the Bills at home. Okay. I mean, you still got to go on the road to face the Bears, and I feel like the Bears are out to prove something now that Eberflus is gone. You always got a couple of, good ones in there. They got a lot of good players on that team. I expect them to play hard for the rest of the season. They went 1-2-3 Lions, Vikings, Packers, and lose. And the way that they lost all three of those games, you got an overtime game, a blocked field goal, and what the hell? What am I doing with my hands? I didn't call a time because I certainly didn't use them to call a timeout. So, I mean, that's a Bears team that could be 3 wins to the positive. I don't even know what that would be. That would be 7 wins. So they'd be 3 wins to the positive. So it'd be like 7-5. They could be 7-5 right now. Just so easy. So I don't undersell the Bears. When I look at the Vikings schedule, I mean, what are we doing here? You cocky? You Viking fans are cocky? That Falcons team's going to fight you tooth and nail. They're in a division race too, from a different win total. And there they are again, the Bears. And you're not just going to get any. They want revenge. They feel like they should have beat you the first time. And then there's the Packers. The Packers feel like they should have beat you the first time. You kind of put it to them. You kind of beat them up. You got the division leading Seahawks. What you think though? You think you're just going to run through that? You should feel lucky yourself, Viking fan, if you can get out of that gauntlet 3-2. Now the Packers, you're in a different boat. You don't have as good of a record as the Lions. You don't have as good of a record as the Vikings, and the Vikings beat you. So you going through this stretch 3-2. You got 2 teams that beat you. You got 3 losses. 2 of the teams that are on here beat you. This ain't no cakewalk. This is war games. This is war games for the last 5 weeks. The division, like all 3 of those teams, and then you got the Bears in there just wanting to beat everybody. And I don't know if I'm a Bear fan, even at 4-8, you feel like you could go on a run. You feel like you just, hung on to all 3 of these juggernaut teams, right? Ooh, Lions, Packers, and Vikings, the juggernaut teams, the best teams in the NFC, and you just went toe-to-toe with them. And you got to play them all again. I mean, I think the Bears might think that they could win out and go 9-8. Who would have thunk that? Who would think that they could go 9-8? It probably won't happen, but sometimes when they get a brand new coach, all of the players want to prove that it was the coach. It was his fault. Eberflus's fault. I don't want to take accountability, but we'll see. I say 24-17 win over the Packers. Gosh, you think those defenses are going to get in there and play like that? I thought that the Packers did a pretty good job at stopping our offense for the most part. And we only got 24, a little bit better. Okay. Even with our injuries, I'm not scared. It'll be a close game for sure, but I think that we have a better team. I wonder how long before YouTube flags me for my new name. Well, at least you can get on there. I like that. The Bears are a second half team and still trying to figure out how to win. That is the truth. That is the truth. And that was the part that we went over yesterday, Jeremy, on here. And we were talking about that clutch gene. The Lions seem to have that clutch gene because in that small percentage of plays, when you're talking 3-4 plays a game that just have that high intensity, it seems like the Lions are always more even keeled during those moments. And that's why they're winning these games. They're not getting too high or too low. Right after that Vildor penalty, I was just so impressed with the way that the Lions handled the end of that game because Aleem McNeil absolutely forced that illegal hands to the face because he kept on pushing that pocket. So they get 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And the Aleem McNeil forces a negative play. And the penalty backs him up 15 yards. The very next play, Zadarius Smith gets a sack. And that just proves it right there. It's like all of the Lions guys are locked in. And in that moment, their left tackle had a mental lapse. Or maybe the crowd was too loud or whatever happened. But Zadarius Smith got a free rush on the quarterback and was able to sack him. And they said that might even have been a quarterback draw. So before he even got to draw, Zadarius was there making a play, created confusion. and knows were the plays that would impact the game the most. I mean, you can have all the touchdown passes and the long runs and the juke moves and all that type of stuff. But it's the big time players making big plays in the biggest moments is what's going to win that game. So when we get there Thursday, you know, if the Lions don't blow them out and just punk them for running their mouths, which I don't know. I don't know which way I'm beginning to lean, but this game's going to come down to the wire. And there's going to be a big time play, and big time players are going to show up in that. And you can win and lose games in those moments. Sometimes the other team makes the big play. But we're going to make the big play. That's the mentality that's in there. So you want to blame Eberflus? If you want to say, oh, that's the reason, if they would have, what would have happened? What would have happened if Eberflus would have managed that right? They would have had a chance to win the game. That's what I want people to really understand is like, he didn't lose them the game. Even if they would have got that timeout, they would have had to conduct another play, do something under fire, play in one of these, another big moment, try to get more yards. You can't just run another play because you were on third down. It can't be anywhere. It's got to be the sidelines, or else you're going to be running your field goal unit out there. Yeah, so you got caught in a crossfire, and our players make the big plays in the big moments. When the Lions get way down in a game like they did in the Texans where Jared Goff throws 5 interceptions, the defense recognizes that they got to buck up and carry the load, and they do. They allow Goff to get back to his wits, and he comes back. Oh my God, I can't believe Goff threw 3 interceptions or 5 interceptions. Yeah, but he also engineered comeback. Coming back. He played when it mattered, drove down the field, they scored more points. That's the clutch gene. What's going on, Nick? Mark's throwing some love out there to Quan Alexander, make the biggest impact right away. I heard a rumor that Quan Alexander is going to be in direct competition with Jamal Adams because they're both taking those reps at that outside linebacker. Not outside, inside, probably be inside linebacker. I like it. I like the idea. I think both of them could be useful. You know, Quan, you have him out there on run plays. Man, I don't know. I really like it. This just in from Adam Schefter, Matt Eberflus, signal for a timeout. Finally called it. Apparently he thought that they carry over because he wanted a bag of timeout, have 4 timeouts to start the next game. Apparently it didn't work like that, so Eber losed again. Paul Jones, it will be ferocious. I bet Hutch tries to come back. Ooh, let's talk about that. Hutchinson. So Hutchinson seen walking. So he's already out there walking on that leg. And there's still 5 games left in the regular season. So, and this is something that I kind of predicted when he went out. And, they had talked about how clean it was, how quickly they got him to the hospital. And that is a 4 to 6 month recovery. 4 months puts it right at the Super Bowl. But with how clean it was and the fact that it's Hutch, I bet you, and this is just, and here's where let's do this debate here. We're in Hutch talk now. We're going to talk about Hutchinson now. Trending back second week of the playoffs, also seen jumping in the pool. So, why for yes and for no, do you think that we see Hutchinson play another snap for the Detroit Lions this year? And I won't even go that far. I already know that we're going to get a Y out of Jeremy B on this one. Because that would be crazy. Crazy. But let's just call it Super Bowl. Are we going to, could he make it back by the Super Bowl? Because the thing is, this thing was wired back together, guys. So if we're worried about, oh my God, he's going to re-injure, this thing ain't going to get re-injured. It's just about him getting it strong. That bone, he wants that bone to fully heal within there. But once the bone is fully healed, which when it heals, it'll be fine. It's going to be stronger. I mean, it's put together with he's like the $6 million man, if you remember that. That tells you how old I am. So Mark says no, but everybody else says yes. So Mark doesn't think so. And that's all right. I'd rather see Hutch take the rest of the season off and heal properly. Well, what if he heals properly and he's ready by the Super Bowl? We're not suggesting that Aiden Hutchinson come back before he's ready. We got to put that caveat on there. We're not suggesting that Hutchinson go out there and play before he's ready and risk it. No, we're talking about completely, doctor says he's good to go. And he wants to get out there, not him pushing it. Oh, I know he said 2 weeks, but I can do it in 1. And then he makes a bad judgment call and we let him know. I'm talking about doctor clears him. He's ready to go. Do you think? He has titanium rods with no muscle or nerve damage. He's now Wolverine. I love it. That's right. So that's the thing is if you can have Hutchinson, I want Hutchinson. I want him. I'm so selfish, though. I'm such a selfish person. But I want Hutchinson if I can get him. And it seems like most of us on here are pro Hutchinson being able to make it back. I think that's the whole point. I think that he's gonna do that. If it's possible, Hutchinson will make it happen. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? How you feeling? How you feeling? You know, that's awfully mean. Come on. You've been watching the Lion Villain Report. This is the Hump Day preview. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by today. Doing that Hump Day preview with me. You can join me, Russell Wayne, Monday through Saturday at 10 a.m. on this Facebook page. If you're on the Villain Squad Facebook page, how you doing? If you're on there, why don't you hit that follow button and help us get to 60,000? Why have billions when we can have thousands? Thank you to Joe Chapp over at the Detroit Lions News Podcast. If you're watching over there on that Facebook page, thank you for doing that. Joe Chapp, thank you for allowing us onto your Twitter. We appreciate that. Along with the JC Sports Network on YouTube. The Villain is on YouTube at Lions Villain Squad. We appreciate you because it's faith, family, and then football. In that order. We use football to spend time with our family and create memories. We don't let football use us. I'm gonna peace out here. And thank you for stopping by. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you. Until we meet again in Jesus' name, amen. This music just makes me feel happy. It does. And I look forward to talking to you guys tomorrow morning. That's like game morning. We're going to do a game morning. We'll get all fired up for tomorrow, doing our lock picks in the morning with Main Event Mike. Thank you for watching. God bless you. See you guys next time.
Hey, yo, the lies so that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, candles open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like lots of sin was popping in like oxygen when boxes wet. Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose what I get to, never lose smooth on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we winning it, maybe. We just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision and pay me, it's never this way. We indigenous, maybe we winning this crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. It's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity.